Terrence here with Root Healthy Plants. And in today's video, power of arborist mulch. It didn't rain today and this thing super hydrated. We have Sweet Bay Magnolia. This is what is considered a B grade tree at a nursery, which it doesn't have a ton of leaves on it, but this is still alive. I saw some potential in this and I want this to be the centerpiece in my yard. One of the two centerpieces in my yard. I have a red blood good Japanese maple on the other side right here, and then I have a Sweet Bay Magnolia right here. Now this is doing okay because I had a good mind at first to remove the younger Sweet Bay Magnolia and put it somewhere else. But this is such a beautiful flowering tree that it stands to reason that it should be in the front yard versus in the backyard. So in my mind, I'm gonna dig a big hole right here. I'm not just going to stick to this rounded area. It looks like, you know, I want to stay in this little area. I'm going to probably go outside that a little bit. And then after I get that massive hole in the ground, I'm going to definitely cover it up with dirt and wood chip it and do what I need to do. You know, I want to make sure that this root ball has a nice amount of space. So I'll probably start like right here. Now that we have like a little perimeter here where I really don't want to go past because I'm trying not to get too close to that magnolia tree right there. We got a nice perimeter that we're making around here. And yeah, okay. And we're not going past there, going towards that magnolia. Now I don't mind coming all the way out and around because that's what I want. I definitely need that root space, but I don't want to go any closer to that. So there's been a lot of compost added over this area in the last couple years. This is really good soil on the top layer. We haven't gotten to that red clay soil yet. Right. We're starting to get there. Now it's been a lot of sandy soil that I put over this area when I first started this area, just to do a no dig method. I added cardboard, added soil, I planted what I needed to plant, and then I wood chipped around it. So when I cover up the root ball when it's in the ground, I want to be able to just put compost or whatever on top and plant whatever flowers around it as I want. And this is work. To do this the zero cost way and to do this the right way to ensure that you get a good healthy tree, you know, it takes some effort. It takes some time. You know, you're going to have to either spend money or time. I choose to invest my time because this is my yard. I know what it takes, and I want to make sure this is done the right way. This food forest. Not that it's about ego, because it's not, but just make you feel good knowing that, you know, you built something, you accomplished something. But it gives me more of a sense of purpose in life. You know, that I'm focusing on building, progressing, you know, making my future look how I want it to look for myself and for my family. Do any of y'all find solace in spending time in your garden? You know, planting fruit trees or vegetables, fruits, flowers. You know, maybe just native plants and trees for you. And maybe aesthetic things, you know. Is this a form of therapy for you? Because it is for me. You had to come out here, reflect, you know, introspection. It's time to myself. I come out here to learn too. You know, let nature teach me. We got a healthy tree root right here, a nice sized tree root that we're breaking up. That's about an inch in diameter of a root. You know what? I think it came from the tree that was here. There was a massive tree right here, and we had this tree taken down and removed because it was dying. So we had to have it taken down before the tree fell on the house because limbs were falling I'll come home from work and see a big, massive tree limb in the driveway. And I'm lucky that I was at work because it would have fell on the car. So for me, that was a lesson. That was a blessing. Because it could have fell on it while I was in it. I mean, it might have fell on it while I was not in it. Then I'd be out of a car. Having to figure out, like, what now? What do I do now? All right. We're getting close to a wide enough hole, but we're not nearly as deep as we need to go. Let's keep it moving. Oh, see, this shovel don't want to go straight in there. So you know, it's like hard, compacted clay soil. And look at that root. Yeah, this is definitely from the dead tree because this roots are breaking apart like crazy. So it's not a live tree root, so it's not going to be as difficult to get through as if it was a live tree root. So I'm not the most worried about it. There we go. Cracked it. Got it. See how we got through that? Watch how easy this thing snaps in half. Look at all that tree root right there. Sheesh. Yeah, I'm getting through a lot more of it. I feel it. It's like cracking and breaking up in here. Okay, we're getting lower, nice and easy. So I think I have, for the most part, the diameter that I want. So I think I want to focus more on the depth of this hole now. Whew. And it's a hot day. It's over 90, I think 94 degrees today. So I'm not trying to go too hard, breaking apart this root. Damn. Yeah, got under it. Look at that thing. Old, massive roots. And there's more bugs in there trying to break this thing down. I mean, I ain't mad at that, but there's some of those bugs I do not want back in my garden. Some of them. Now this hole is starting to feel like it's getting deep. Like the middle feels deep enough, but I want to make sure the rest of the diameter is deep enough. Don't be lazy, put the work in. Nice chunk right there. Oh man, that's probably what we needed right there. Oh, another massive root. Look at that thing. But it's low enough. This hole feels deep enough now. What a break. It's too hot out here for this. Not in the hoodie. Jeez. Organic gardening in 94-degree weather. You know, protect the skin from the bugs and protect the skin from the heat. But you won't get some of that heat, especially in the black hoodie. That sun is attracted to black. So, I mean, I think my endurance is up enough that I'm not worried about passing out in this weather, but definitely dehydrating. And now it's time to get this tree in the ground. We're looking good. And we're looking good on the roots right here. So this is the root system of that magnolia tree. Healthy. Not too crazy. This is good. Root healthy plant, huh? It's not root bound or any of that. All right. Now let's get this into its final resting place. Now you want all that dirt to permeate in all those gaps and stuff. And whatever you don't necessarily backfill in all those gaps, that's the importance of watering it in. The water is going to help turn it into somewhat like mud and just help fill those gaps in and settle that tree. That's what you want. And I want this thing to stand up straight, so got to make sure I backfill it the way I want it to stand and sit. But it's just standing up pretty much how I want it. Yeah, doing good, doing good, doing good, doing good. Not bad. So you still got some roots sticking out right here. But definitely got to do some more backfilling above. So we're going to get a lot of that dirt that we initially took out of the ground. And see if we can get this burlap away from here. This thing's falling apart now. We definitely don't want the dirt settling and resting and causing the base of this tree to rot. Like I said, you don't want it higher than where it was coming out of that root ball, out of that burlap. I'm just getting little light pushes on the dirt to see where there might be like air pockets and stuff. I'm not trying to like stomp on it and compact it. I want to let the water settle it for the most part. But I definitely want all these roots covered. Get a lot of that dirt on top that had a lot of that compost in there. Yeah. That should be about right there. All right, so it's time to give this its initial water. And then I'm gonna hit it with the wood chips, heavily mulch it, water it in again, and call it a day. All right, let me get the hose. Now it's time to give this thing its first water in. And you want to water this thing in nice and good. You want that water to really permeate all the way through. And I like to water at least twice, because you might have water that sit there on top and looks like it's like overwatered, and it's not, because it takes time for that water to permeate through, especially if you don't have like super well draining soil. So this was a lot of red clay soil that I put back, so it's going to take a little while for that to really saturate that area. Nice healthy water. I want to get off that dirt that I got on top of the tree bark, so we don't cause any disease or fungus or anything like that. Now we want to let that permeate, let that sit for a minute. Let that thing soak in. But I'm happy with the job so far. I think this tree is going to do really good. And I think it's going to survive well with that other one right there. So we got two Sweet Bay Magnolia. We got the baby Sweet Bay, and we got the Big Daddy Sweet Bay. You know? I'm happy with this. And we got this for a discount. I think I paid $10 for this tree. $10 for this big Sweet Bay Magnolia. That's a deal for you. We're gonna let that soak in, and then after I hit it with the wood chips, we're gonna hit it with a nice little healthy watering again, because not only will those wood chips absorb that moisture and stay hydrated, it's also going to lock in that moisture in the soil right here. So, you know, and the wood chips are also going to keep that soil from degrading, because the sun is definitely going to degrade your soil or your growing medium if left uncovered. So it's a lot of benefits to mulching around your tree. Time for the wood chips. All right, we are almost finished. I now have my arborist mulch, and this arborist mulch has been breaking down for about 5 years, but this is good to go on top of this tree dirt right here and to be able to protect the soil underneath. So we're going to dump a nice serving of this arborist mulch here and then spread it out. All right, let's check how this is doing right here. See if we got enough on top of this tree mound. Want to be nice and even. Push it away from the tree bark, and you want to have a nice mound around it. Kind of, you want to volcano it, so it's like going up and then going in. Yeah, we can use the rest of it. Bring it on over. Beep, beep, beep. This is looking beautiful. Now, this is definitely going to make sure that this tree stays good and hydrated, because like I said, it's 94 degrees out today, and then we have a ton more hot days to come. We got 100-degree temperatures in the next couple days, and this tree definitely will suffer if you do not protect it properly. So this looks really good, and this arborist mulch already looks wet, and it is hydrated, and that reason is because under the top layer of wood chips, this is clear evidence that it stays moist underneath, because it didn't rain today, it didn't rain yesterday, and this still looks super moist. Because as soon as I dug one shovel under that top layer of wood chip, because the top layer looks like it's dry, but you go right under it and you can feel all the moisture. It feels almost like mud, almost like this thing has just been watered, and it hasn't. So technically I don't have to water it. I'm going to water it anyways, just to make sure it's hydrated as possible. But this is clear evidence the power of arborist mulch, because like I said, it didn't rain today and this thing super hydrated. But yeah, I like to pat it down just a little bit, just to know how it's going to look once it settles. You know, we don't have to mash it down, but I like to give a little pat just to make sure that if the wind blows, it's not blowing a bunch of wood chips down on the base of the tree where I didn't want it. So I want to know that it's going to be kind of settled where I put it. That's my logic. That's how I like to do it. You know, you do what suits you. This is beautiful. We have a gorgeous Sweet Bay Magnolia that has a beautiful start, and to me this is the best possible chance of success. You know, this is amazing. All right, time to water it in, and you know, happy planting. Let's get the hose real fast. Nice healthy watering. And the fact that I tamped it down a little bit is, and the fact that I patted it down some, the wood chips aren't flying everywhere while I'm spraying it. So they're kind of settled in. So we got a nice little lake in the middle there. I want to make sure I give that some time to go down and absorb. And we are looking amazing. Like I said, this is a Sweet Bay Magnolia. Let me see, what else does this tag say? Sweet Bay, 8 feet, 8 foot Sweet Bay. Yeah, this is a 8 foot Sweet Bay Magnolia. I got for, I think, $10. No more than 15. I think 10 or 15 bucks, but I'm pretty sure it's 10 bucks. I think I paid 15 bucks for my green giants. Some of them. All right. This is it. I mean, if you got any questions, put it in the comment section. If you learned something, put it in the comment section. Let me know. You know, if you have anything to say, you know, again, put it in the comment section. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. If you have any requests for different types of videos that you would like to see, definitely put it in the comment section. Let me know, and I will definitely try to get those videos out and give the people what they demand. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, give me a good thumbs up. This was good content, and I look forward to seeing you on that. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Keep it growing, Rue Healthy Plants. Mm.